Okay, so what are we doing today? We're gonna learn how to make this space game right here. The mouse moves the ship up and down. Space button does lasers, and then we'll put some images in it and maybe make some levels, make it get a little harder. Okay. So first off, we're just gonna work with copying and pasting the code into P5.js, and then how to modify it to get some images. So if we go to the web page, I've just asked you to copy the code, right? Code I provided. Make sure the highlighting is important. Like for example, if you copy the stuff on the bottom, it's going to error out because step 2, read the code. It shouldn't be in that. So we go from beginning to end, we hit copy. Then we go to P5.js, and it's actually at the top of my screen, right? So if you're looking for the link, it's right here. Most of you have logins yet. You have an empty function. I'm going to replace that with this, okay? And so I should have the game. Okay, I imagine most of you were able to do that yesterday when I wasn't here. But let's talk about the images. Now, if you remember from our last game, let's look. If I open up my other projects, I can see code from my last game. And so I think this was my egg hunt game, right? And I had images in here. Let background image, let egg image. That's how we declare an image, meaning we tell the game there's going to be an image in this program. That's called declaring. Then I actually load the image, right? So that's saying there's an image in my directory called egg.jpg, load it, right? And we put the image in here by going plus and actually uploading that image. And then the last thing we did was we draw the image, which says there's an image. It's called background image. I want you to put it at 0, 0. I want it to be 400 wide. I want it to be 400 tall. So those 3 lines that yesterday I was wondering if anyone was going to be able to transfer into their new game. Okay. Today what I've done to make it a little easier is I posted the code with highlighted what you actually need to add. Okay, so you'll see in my code, I declare a shape image, that's highlighted. I load a ship image, that's highlighted. And I draw a ship image. Okay, you'll have to do the same thing for a background. Now what I'm going to do is maybe what we'll do is we'll make the images look a little nicer. So let's do that. Let's go to Google, and we're going to go spaceship images. Maybe clip art? That's okay. Yeah. I'm going to copy this, but I'm also going to go to Canva because I want to actually take some time and make it look a little bit better. So let's go to Canva. We log in, and maybe I'll click logo because it's about the right size of a spaceship. And I don't know, I'm going to play around. I could just paste this in and rotate it, right? But let's also look in here and let's see if they have any space. Let's see if they have something cool in here. I was actually hoping they might have something animated. See all? None of these are animated, are they? Let's go back. Videos? Spaceship animation. Oh, look at that. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. I'm actually just going to use Canva. I kind of like that. I'll let you play with one. The rainbow's interesting. Let's go put this one on. Only I'm going to rotate it, right? And I'm going to make it as big as possible because in the game, if it hits the white, then that counts as a hit. So it doesn't make a lot of sense if the image is small, then later on your game hits this white and you're like, why is the game not right? Because the image has to be to the max. Okay? So that's my spaceship image. I'm going to put it in, and it's called Untitled Design. You see that up here? I'm actually going to call it Spaceship. Okay. Let's do that. Now you're totally able to just grab an image just to get it working, but I'm showing you how to make a nicer image. I'm going to hit Share. I'm going to hit Download. And I'm not going to make it an MP4. That won't work. I think I'm going to make it either a GIF or a PNG. Let's see if a PNG works. And I don't want to see the white. If I do it like this, I'm going to see the white, right? So it'll be on a black background. It'll look a little weird. If I hit transparent background, I won't see the white. So let's go like this. If I open it, before I load it into the thing, I want to see, does it look right? Yeah, notice I don't see the white, but it's not animated, is it? No, it doesn't look right. So I'm actually going to go Share again, hit Download, and I'm going to do it as a GIF, short clip, no sound. Okay? Maybe it doesn't, PNGs don't animate, so I'm going to go GIF. Again, I'm going to go transparent background. Let's see if this one works. I would have thought the PNG would be animated. It's taking a little while. Let's open it. Okay, so that's my image that I'm going to put in my game. So I will go back to my game right here, and to load it, I'm going to hit the sidebar up here, and I'm going to go plus, and I'm going to go upload file. And I'm going to upload spaceship.gif. Taking a while. File is too big. Wow, look at that. 6.6 megabytes. So that means it's a big file. And so this is actually cool because it's showing like things that could happen in Canva. So it's perfect. I just made it, the quality is too big. So when I go back here, which one was I on? I just want to lower the quality. Share, download. I want to lower the quality, like maybe like that. Transparent background, save download settings. Let's see if I could do it with it lower. Okay, we go back to here, plus, okay, so it was too good of an image for a game, right? 6 megs is like a photo quality picture. So now it's there, but you notice it has the 1 in it. You see that 1? And that's fine, I can use that name, I type that. But I don't really want to type that because it's harder to type. So I'm going to rename it to, I'm actually even just going to get rid of ship. Get rid of space. I'm just going to call it ship.gif. Okay, because I'm going to have to type that image into my code. Now I go back to my code. Nothing's changed because I haven't told the game that I have an image. So like we were saying, if I go back to my code here, I've highlighted the 3 things you need to do. You need to declare a ship image. So let's go there and we do that. And we do that at the top, declare a ship image. Then I need to actually load the image right here. And I do that, you see how I do it in setup? That's at the beginning of the game. So if I do it in setup, I can do it anywhere in here. This is setup right here between these 2 brackets. I'll do it right at the end. Okay. Now did I call my file ship.png? No, I didn't. I called it ship.gif. You see that? And that's because there's different image formats. GIFs are good for animations. PNGs are good for graphics. I wanted to show you how to do something different, so I called it a GIF instead of a PNG. Now, lastly, it's not drawing. I've declared the image. I've loaded the image, but I need to draw the image. And I did that over here. Again, I highlighted it. In Draw, I say draw an image. What's the name of the image? The image is ship image. and draw it at the ship's X, the ship's Y, the ship's width, and the ship's height. Okay? So let's do that. I should actually just be able to paste that, and I can paste it right where I draw the blue rectangle, right underneath. Okay, you see that? And I've got a little ship there. Now, a couple things. It doesn't look great. One, I don't want to see a blue rectangle behind it, so I can delete this. Right. I actually usually recommend you don't delete it. Instead of deleting it, I just comment it off. Later on, if I ever want that blue rectangle back, I can just delete the comment. That's what those slashes do. They just sort of remove it. The other thing is the image is really small. I can barely see what's going on there. So I can play with the ship's width and height. See how it's 30 and 30? Well, I probably want it to be a little wider and a little taller. Maybe even a little more. Okay, so I've got that going on. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to do a background image, because you should do a background image, you should do an enemy image. I'm going to show you how to do a ship image and a background image. Your challenge today is to do the enemy. Okay, so if I want a background image, I have to declare a background image. I can call it whatever I want, but then I have to use that name in the other two ones. So I'm going to call it BG image. Then I have to load the background image. So I'm going to copy and paste that. Okay. Now, my background image is not going to be called ship.gif. I have to make that image. So why not, again, we're going to go to Canva. Let's make a poster. I don't know, let's go to, let's just do space. Huh, interesting, that's cool. I don't want like a, I want like a space background. And what would be cool is I challenge you to make it animate, right? Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay, but I've got to rotate that. I kind of want it sideways, right? So how do I want to do that? I want to flip it, rotate it. Yeah, that works, but I actually need to change the size of my thing. So I'm going to go resize. Now you could just download the image. You could just Google the image. I'm showing you how to do something else. I'm going to resize it to be wider. Look at that. And again, I probably, this time I'm going to learn my lesson. I'm going to lower the quality because it doesn't need to be that good for a game. Okay, so lower, download. Look, it's called blue-green space travel. Nah, I'm going to have to type blue-green space travel phone wallpapers. Instead, I'm going to call it BG. So now I'm going to go share. I'm going to go download. I'm going to go download. And it should be called bg.png. So let's go back to my game. I'm going to go plus. I'm going to go upload file. And it hasn't downloaded yet? Why not? Oh, there's only one image on your graphic. Premium images can't be exported. Canva's kind of funny. It thinks I'm trying to steal the image. So, I mean, I could even just put some text right here and say GR. Really small because I don't actually want anyone to see it. And now I'll be able to export it. So Canva has this thing when if you only put one image, it thinks, oh, you're just trying to steal the image. You haven't even made a design. So I have to add something else to it. So I'm going to go download again, bg.png. Hopefully it downloads this time. Yeah, seems like it did. So now I can go back here. I can go upload a file, and I have bg.png, which is my background image. Okay, so I declare my image. I load my image, only that's not the right name. It's not ship.gif, it's pg.png. And lastly, I have to draw it. Now, we have the code for drawing it. It's right here, right? This draws the ship. Okay, but if you paste this, I'm going to do it right under we draw the background, and instead I want to draw the background image, not the ship image. And you see how it's drawing it right where the ship is. It's drawing it where the ship is because the location of the image is ship.x, ship.y, ship.width, ship.height. Backgrounds don't move, right? Backgrounds don't move with the ship. Instead, they stay always in the same spot. It's always going to be at 0, 0, which is the top left-hand corner. And then I could just put a number here like, I don't know, 500. 500. Okay? So your challenge today is to use images to replace the ship, the enemy, and maybe even the laser. Okay, the laser looks pretty cool, but you can make it look cooler. If you have any questions, I'll be coming around and giving you a hand.